I just want to get this quick message across to you guys in this video. Because from what I'm seeing, from what I've noticed, and just from what I know in general, on a day-to-day basis, what I've seen in the past, what I know today, there's too many people that are doing things the wrong way. And I mean, there's too many people doing way too many unnecessary things to cause a lot of unhappiness in their life. When you are focused on no good people, and what I mean by no good people is people that serve you nothing. They serve you no purpose. They have no point to be in your life. And you're so focused on these people, trying your hardest to get them to be a part of your life when they don't want to be a part of your life. And you're literally trying to get them to be a part of your life because you want to choose these people to be in your life. For example, over Snapchat. For example, over social media. You might reach out constantly. You might be trying to constantly get these people in your life. And I just see too much of this today in today's society. Like all the options people have over these social media platforms. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with reaching out to somebody to try to get something on the go for yourself. Maybe you see potential in a person and you want to reach out. But for you to continue to go after these people that are not reciprocating energy that you're trying to give out, why in the fuck do you keep trying to get these no good people? I'm not saying they're no good as a human being, but they're no good for you. That's what no good people in your life mean. They're no good for you. Doesn't mean they have no value with somebody else doing something else, something different. Doesn't mean they're a bad person if they don't want to be a part of your life. That's just stupid. That's just egotistical thinking. If you want to try to get something on the go with somebody and they don't respond, they don't react, they don't do any of this, or they might talk to you for a bit and then they're gone. Like, there's nothing you can do about that. You shouldn't continue to keep trying. You have to move on to the next. You have to move on to the next. You don't want a whole shitload of people in your life anyways. Because you're not gonna do anything. If you are always at other people, trying to get other people in your life, you're never gonna fucking amount to anything. What about all the years you wasted trying to get the right people in your life and you actually did nothing productive because you wasted those years? Whereas if you use those years to focus on yourself to become a better person, now people are begging to be in your life. Now people want to be a part of your life because you leveled up. You became a man or woman of value, which is what everybody wants. If you bring nothing to the table, you may get left unseen. It's just how it is. Nobody wants someone that's not growing up. Nobody wants an immature type of person. Nobody wants someone that just has no value when it's all said and done. And some of you guys might think this is egotistical ways as well, but to be honest, I'm pretty sure you guys too want somebody that is mature, knows who they are, knows what they want. These things are very attractive. It's the most attractive things that people can have about themselves. To be very certain of who you are, to be confident in your own skin. These things matter more than anything else. Why would somebody not want somebody like this in their life? But what blows my mind is people that continuously try to go after the no good people that serve them no meaning or purpose. You're spending so much time thinking about people that does not even bat an eye towards you. They don't give a fuck about you. And you're spending so much time worried about them. And I'm going to tell you guys this right now. Heartbreak and rejection is two things that is going to make you stronger. These things are going to make you stronger. And speaking personally for myself, I don't think there's such thing as heartbreak anymore for me, because I'm pretty sure you can only experience that to a certain level. And I mean, it's not impossible that you could never go through something like that again, because let's say you get in this kick-ass relationship and you completely let your guard down again and you feel completely free and something hits the fan again. It's very possible it could happen again, but speaking for myself, I just don't know if I'll ever allow myself to be in that position again, because I have become independent by myself and I'm just on a completely different level than I used to be, because I was dependent on so many things and so many people that it actually caused things way worse in my life. I wasn't around people I shouldn't have been around. I was doing things I shouldn't have been doing. But now that I am myself, now that I am independent, I don't think I can ever be affected how I was in my past. So I think I already went through the roughest of the rough. It doesn't mean you can never get let down again. You absolutely can. But to that extent, I don't ever see that happening to me again. And I basically feel almost immune to heartbreak. And it's like, there's nothing that can really faze me when it comes to that. But everybody can be rejected. Everybody can be turned down. Everybody can go through something like this. And that is honestly something personally that I laugh at to this day. It does not matter. Because you just have to see it that way for yourself. It's not a big deal, and most people make it a much bigger deal than it is. And even if you're good with this and you start to get around people that are just weaker, it can make you start to think in a different way, and it can honestly turn this around on you once again, and it can make rejection and things like this affect you more. If you are around other people that it affects, it can then affect you more. If you are strong in your frame, if you are by yourself, if you are independent, these things will not affect you at all. As long as you are your actual self, these things should not affect you. If you are somebody if you are like a fraction of yourself, if you're somebody that you're just not, and you're not as strong as you should be as a human being, because a lot of people think in their minds that they are the strongest version of themselves, but actually they are not, and they're pretty far away from it. This is where heartbreak, rejection, things like this is going to hurt you 10 times worse. But if you were strong in your frame, like I said, if you were actually yourself, your best self, these things should not affect you, not nearly as much. Everything has a tiny effect. Everything does. And whoever says otherwise is lying. But like I said, the more stronger you are, the more you know yourself, the more confident and mature you are as a person, the lesser of an effect these things have on you as a person. So just think about that, right? There's nothing that you cannot handle as a person. All things are supposed to happen. Every experience you go through is supposed to happen. Every heartbreak, every rejection, every single thing is supposed to happen. Everything is happening in divine timing. And it will make you stronger, but it can also make you weaker if you let it. If you let every single thing and situation affect you, you have to look more deeper into yourself. And this is something I even had to do in the past, obviously. And I got better with it over time. And these are not things that affect me to this day. There are other things that affect me a lot worse than this. And it has nothing to do with people. It's just like work, being drained, things like this, dealing with real life shit is much harder than all that. You know what I mean? But you have to just keep living life and get stronger with every last bit of it. And like I said, if heartbreak and rejection is not making you stronger, something is wrong. Because these things are supposed to make you stronger in your frame. You're getting the right answers. The right answers is what you want. You should be worried if you're getting like answers that you want all the time. Let's say if you want this person and they choose you and you never go through something like heartbreak or rejection, I bet you any money those are actually not the right answers. And people are probably with you just to use you in this certain time, so eventually you're going to feel those things. So, and guys, like, relationships and things like this, they have to be on time. All these things have to be good timing. Like I've even talked to girls, and they didn't want me at a specific moment. It wasn't because I wasn't good enough. It's just about the timing. They still like my stuff. They still watch stories. They still do this. They still do that. But it's like, it's just not the right timing. And all these things happen. And later down the line, they might want you. And don't, like, if something like this happens too, some guys are just so fucking, like, I don't know. I mean, you have to really know the situation for what it is, because if a girl doesn't want you at a specific moment, or a guy, and then, like, let's say you reach success or something like this, and then they want you in this moment, that could be different. You might be dealing with a gold digger or something like this, and that is absolutely not right. So you have to be aware of situations. But you can be perfectly fine, and let's say you want this girl and she doesn't want you at this moment because it's just not the right timing. But then later down the line, maybe things come together a little bit more. Maybe this girl wasn't so confident in herself, which is why she could not take you on, but she built herself up more. Now she feels more confident and comfortable to try something with you now. There's many variables, and there's many scenarios where all these things can play a factor, so you have to really know what's going on behind these situations. And they're probably not going to tell you straight out, because a lot of people too, they don't like to be straight up. It's something you might have to figure out yourself and just keep rolling with the punches. Some people are straight up, some people are not. Some people are just ashamed to tell the truth and speak the truth. So it's really something you have to figure out on your own sometimes. And even then, if you don't want to deal with the bullshit, if you don't want to deal with these things, nobody is making you do anything. But don't be so quick to just throw somebody under the bus if they didn't want you at a specific moment, but then they decide they might want you now, because something could have been going on in their life as well. And now they might want you because they feel more confident, they feel more comfortable, they feel more elevated and capable of doing it. And maybe they didn't even want to admit that they were going through a hard time or something like this, and they didn't want you in this moment, but now they do. So it's just things like this, guys. I'm just giving you guys hints, tips, tricks, and all these things, because psychology is a hell of a thing, and people can really take the wrong turns and get the wrong ideas about certain things, which is why I'm explaining it in this video. And that's basically it for this one, but I just want to end it with, just remember, guys, that heartbreak and rejection are two things that should absolutely make you stronger, and do not fear these things. They are inevitable. They're supposed to happen. You know what I mean? And it's a good thing that they do happen. So we'll leave it at that. I was busy as hell today, guys. I'm tired as hell right now. I'm going to attempt to get another video in. Probably eat some honey or something like that to perk myself up a little bit, because I'm getting tired, and I missed some videos yesterday because I've been busy. But I'm going to end this one now and get to the next guy. So I'll be back.